Lise Kingo, welcome to Mexico.
Thank
CEO
you.
and Executive Director of the UN Global Compact. Could you please, for our audience, explain what is the UN Global Compact? What do you do there?
The UN Global Compact is the world's largest sustainable business initiative. We were founded almost 20 years ago by former Secretary General Kofi Annan, and the purpose of the initiative is to work with companies across the world to adopt UN universal principles, so human rights, anti-corruption, labor, and the environment. Today we have more than 10,000 companies, more than 3,000 organizations that are following these 10 principles across the world and reporting to us once a year on their progress or their dilemmas. And we have just started introducing, promoting the sustainable development goals across the world as well.
Please tell us about your presence here in Mexico. I know in all your agenda you're going to sign a collaborative agreement.
I'm here in Mexico today to be part of the celebration of the UN Global Compact's local network in Mexico.
15 years.
15 years, which is amazing, and the second largest local network in Latin America.
Okay.
And what will also happen today is that there will be a signing of a collaborative agreement between the government, the business organizations in Mexico, and the local network in Mexico, which is very exciting.
Perfect.
I think it is an amazing milestone because without this kind of multi-stakeholder collaboration and partnerships, the 17 global goals will never be a reality. So it's really a role model example that here in Mexico we will now have such a partnership agreement.
I know that these objectives, these goals are thought about our world as one global objectives, but here in Mexico we have different situations, different problems, and I want you to tell us what are like the advances of our companies here in Mexico. Let's start with human rights. What does companies are doing to stop human rights abuses? Because one of the most important things to be part of the Global Compact is to prevent that.
Absolutely. It's a very good question. I mean, personally, I find that human rights is crucially important for making any of the goals. So is anti-corruption and environment.
Yes.
So last year, the world was celebrating the 70-year anniversary of the Human Rights Declaration. UN Global Compact and all our local networks in 70 different countries organized events with companies, with other stakeholders to document how much progress have we made and where are the dilemmas. And we actually had a great event in Argentina where companies from all over Latin America came in to explain how are they integrating human rights in their daily work. And we put forward a great publication putting together all these ideas at the annual human rights high-level meeting in Geneva.
Yes. In terms of anti-corruption, in this important principle of the Global Compact, what does Mexican companies are doing? This is a huge problem for Mexico.
It is. The local networks have made I think, very good set of activities by teaming up with Transparency International and setting up several workshops throughout the country to inspire and help companies understand how they can become even better at anti-corruption. So the anti-corruption issue is, of course, a big topic through Latin America, but also in many other continents across the world. And we are actually seeing from our annual progress report that the anti-corruption theme is one that is still challenging companies. So we have to continue providing, good tools and examples of what is best practice.
Okay, Lise, thank you very much for being here. It's a pleasure.
You're welcome.